sponsored by Model Makers Workshop. Need parts for your next model project? Model Makers Workshop has you covered with the best aftermarket accessories around. And by Gallery, your one-stop shopping for all your airbrush needs. Hello, this is Ken, and thank you for tuning in to the Model Building and Retirement channel, and I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. It was just a quiet day with my wife and I, and Debbie made up a feast for two of us that was fantastic, and I'm sure we're going to be eating leftovers for a week. But today is Friday. That means Black Friday. So I'm going to go over with you 25 gift suggestions that won't break the bank, mostly all available on Amazon. And for everything I discuss here, I will have a link in my description where you can find it. The prices may vary, but the prices I'm giving you today are Black Friday prices. So the price may vary when you order, but just be aware of that. So let's get started. Number one on the list is a micro mini drill bit set with a pin vise. This comes so much in handy, whether you're just doing basic box build where you got little holes and pins on your model and they're not fitting into the holes. You get the right drill bit and you take that little pin vise and you can fix those holes and enlarge them a little bit so everything fits really well. But it also comes with some really micro mini bits, which are great for a lot of other things, like if you're going to do spark plug wires, if you're going to do pinning for door handles or mirrors or whatnot. It's a must-have. Today's Black Friday price is $11.47. Comes with 18 regular bits and 10 of the micro mini bits. Perfect stocking stuffer. Number two, surgical grade number 11 scalpel blades. I'm pretty sure all of us use the X-Acto number 11 blades for model building, like if you're going to do bare metal foil or whatnot. But I have found the number 11 scalpel blades to even be more precise and give me a nicer, better look when I cut the bare metal foil. You do have to be careful because it is extremely sharp, which means you have to lighten your touch a little bit more so you don't cut through your paint or whatnot, but it takes the lightest cut to cut right through that. That is available 50 pieces individually wrapped for $8.99, and then you have to buy, that's just blades, so then you have to buy the handle separately. I found a handle, it's called the Premium Scalpel Handle number 3, which handles that size blade for $5.90. Links in the description. Number 3, a 400 pack of small rare earth magnets. I found these come in handy for a couple different things. If you're going to have opening and closing doors, it's a nice solid way to get your door to close all the way. Most modelers don't put hinges on their hoods because they're removable for shows or whatnot. I found that, 9 times out of 10, if you're going to show off your model and you go to flip it upside down to show somebody the underbody, your hood always falls off to the ground. So I found that the little magnets are great to glue one under the hood and one under the chassis there, or under the hood compartment, and that'll hold that hood in place. Or when you're just going to put it on there, it'll like snap right into place. And there's other uses too. And there's different sizes and quantities available, but this particular case, this is a 400 pack of 3 by 2 millimeter rare earth magnets for $7.55. Number 4, UV ultraviolet resin. You can get 2 bottles, 100 grams each, and the ultraviolet light, plus a little mixing cup and applicators if you need them. This is really a great little add-on for the model builder, because if you're doing like detailing out your dashboard, you put a couple drops with the toothpick into each one of your instrument clusters and then put it under the UV light for like 2 minutes. It'll give you a real hardened, super glossy lens appearance. So it's like adding lenses to your dashboard. I've also found it works quite well for license plate frames and even over your headlights and taillights, just to gloss them up quite a bit. That's available for $10.23. Link in the description. Number 5, a must for any model builder, and that is a 30 milliliter bottle of Fusion Firm Silver Leaf liquid foil, ultimately chrome. And it comes with a little applicator brush where you can just brush on this stuff, and it levels extremely well. And it's great for touching up your chrome pieces off the sprue where you cut them and you need to touch up that little white that shows up underneath, or if you file off a seam or something. It's also great if you strip your chrome and repaint. And you can brush it on and it does extremely well, or you can even airbrush it. That is available at $9.99. Number 6, Jelly Roll Classic Gel Pens, white color. Here's a 3-pack for $6.92. I have found that these are great if you want to whiten up your white raised letters on tires. You know, if the letters are raised, you could just use these little gel pens and give yourself white letters on your tires. That works really good for that. Number 7, if your model builder uses airbrush technology, then you're going to be mixing paints quite a bit. So my recommendation would be a 200 piece of 3 milliliter disposable pipettes. So you could just use these things and throw them away. They're cheap enough. And that is $9.99. And then number 8 goes along with that. Would be a 200 count of 1 ounce disposable graduated medicine cups. And that is great for mixing up your thinners and hardeners and your paints together. And works really good with the pipettes. So recommend that. And that is $10.99. Number 9 is a cheaper equivalent version for acrylic marker pens. You know, you can buy the ones from 8K International, which are fantastic, but they're a little bit more pricey. And I'm not downgrading them at all. They're like the best you can get. But I found that the inexpensive grade, I think it's called Resin. It's a 26 color kit, dual tip markers, and that is $14.99. Number 10 is a must-have. It's the Hardell Mini Dremel tool, and it's chargeable with USB, and it's a rotary tool with 5 different speeds and comes with 69 accessories, and that is only $21. And to go along with that, I would call it number 10A, is you can get this 78-piece polishing buffing wheel set. This is if you're going to do color sanding and buffing of your models, along with your polishes and compounds. You can put this little buffing pads on your Dremel and on low speed, polish them up quite well. I prefer to do it by hand, but I've had some stubborn areas where this has come quite in handy, so I recommend that. It's also great if you're going to be hogging out wheel wells or something for oversized tires, or if you're going to fit an aftermarket engine in, you know, you can use like the sanding drum attachment. If you're going to do rust effects on your car, there's little attachments on there that'll really help you, you know, hog out and put holes in your body. So highly recommend that. Number 11, it's a 100-pack of little Ziploc resealable bags, 3 by 4 inch. Why? Well, I'll tell you what, you know, model kits, a lot of model kits offer options for either engines or different tires and wheel combinations. So what I've been doing is, like, if I build a model and it has two different tire combos or 2 different wheel combos, whatever one I'm not using, the other one I'll cut up and bag and label it and put it in my stash drawer. And that way you just know exactly what you got, and you get the matching tire and the tire backs or whatever else you need to go along with them. And it's great for other things too, like your optional engines or whatnot, or just spare parts in general. You'll find a use for them, trust me. Number 12, a must, is a precision tweezers. And what I like about these is they're non-magnetic. They're available for $5.58. Non-magnetic is nice because if you're going to do those little rare earth magnets that I talked about, these will pick them up without sticking to them, so you can plant them right into precision place in your hood or frame of your car, wherever you're going to put them. And, you know, a dab of super glue will hold them into place. And they're cheap too, you know, I would buy a couple because, you know, you're either going to get glue on them or you're going to bend the tips or whatever. So, okay. Number 13, I really like this product. It is a scriber set. And this is great for scribing out your door panel lines and trim lines and window trim and all that stuff on a model, rescribing, because if you're going to paint and you really want those lines to really stick out, you need to scribe them a little bit deeper. And, you know, a lot of people use the back of a number 11 X-Acto knife blade, but I found that this scriber set's really nice and it's hardened, so you know it'll last you for years and years and years. And it comes with all kinds of different tips or blades, if you will, all the way down from 0.2 millimeters all the way up to 1. And typically the 0.2 millimeter is the one that's perfect for your door gaps or whatnot. So that is $13.99, Black Friday deal. Number 14, an inexpensive way to hold your paints at your workstation. And you know, you can use variations. You can buy acrylic spice racks or whatnot, but this is a 4-layer acrylic paint organizer and it's designed to hold 2-ounce bottles, and that is $15.99. Number 14, a must. Super glue. Everybody uses super glue on model building, especially if you're doing a paint to paint gluing or chrome to paint gluing or whatnot. Bob Smith Industries is one of the most favored super glues there is, and they've got their MaxiCure and InstaCure set for $13.27. And what's nice about that InstaCure is the super glue sets up relatively quick, like within 10 seconds. But if you need instant cure, you use the little spray bottle, or I like to use like a little applicator, and you will instantly harden up that glue. So whatever you're gluing in place is going to hold. But be careful because it is now, so you better be positioned quite well. Number 16, Tamiya panel line accent color. I have black and a gray color. This one's black. Great for accenting tires, or not tires, but it's great for accenting your wheels. It'll bring out your lug nuts and stuff. It's great for detailing your grills and trim. Your engine compartment, covers your door gaps really good. The black is really good on your darker colors. And if you're doing a white or a yellow car or something like that, perhaps the gray is better for them, so it doesn't stand out too much. That's $12.99. This is probably should be number 1 on the list, but number 17 is a 4.7 ultra thin sprue nippers. Everybody needs sprue nippers. These I've been using for quite a while. It's inexpensive. I mean, you can spend up to $40 on nippers. This is $10.32. Works really well. Number 18, a 500 pack of micro applicators. And I have found that these are good. I think they're for eyeliners or something on ladies or whatever. But this is a 500 piece set, probably last you the rest of your life for only $5.99. I'd like to use them with that Bob Smith InstaCure. Instead of spraying that little bottle and getting that spray everywhere, what I'll do is I'll take the lid off. Be careful not to spill it, because it's very easy to do. But I'll take that little mini applicator and I will dip it into the bottle and then just touch it on my model where I'm gluing, where I want the instant glue. And that way you're not getting that spray everywhere. So highly recommend that. And that's $5.99. Number 19, Tamiya Model Cleaning Anti-Static Brush. This is a must. It's just a soft bristle. They look like nylon bristle brush, I guess it is. $22.40, but it does not attract static electricity, which is great. So if you're getting ready to paint something in your spray booth, or you're just at a show, or you're just cleaning your models in general, it's a really nice little tool to have. It's a must for everybody. Perfect stocking stuffer. Number 20. Everybody needs these. Is a 400 count pointed cotton swabs for $5.69. The cotton swabs, I mean, they come in handy for a lot of different things. I use them a lot when I'm doing like decal applications, because once I get my decal all in place, I will carefully roll that Q-tip or cotton swab around and kind of absorb the water to dry out my decals. It's great for bare metal foil for burnishing. It has all kinds of uses. So once again, it's a lifetime supply. I mean, quite a bit of them there. Number 21, a 40-piece alligator clip on metal skewers. This is $6.91. And these come in really handy for painting precision little parts. You can hold them, clip them onto your parts, whether they're on the sprue or individual cut off the sprue. And it's great for the airbrush booth or whatever, or even rattle can painting. Number 22, a Badger paint mixer. This is a rotary paint mixer for $16.79. And it's got a nice little small blade in there, so it's great for like the old testers paint bottles or like the MCW paints or whatnot, where you can just unscrew the lid, Tamiya paints or whatever. You can spray them on, and that is $16.79, as I mentioned. Number 23 is an alternative, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm going to order it myself, and that is a mini paint mixer, and it also comes with 120 stainless steel balls. And what's nice about that one is you don't have to, there's no cleanup. You put your bottle on there and you just press it against there and it'll activate, and it just vibrates the heck out of the bottle and shakes it up real good. Where the Badger one, it's simple enough to do, but once you've dipped it into your paint bottle, you've got to put it in some thinner. And if you accidentally pull that Badger out of your paint while it's still running, you're going to have a disaster everywhere. So the mini paint mixer is a nice alternative. $27.99. It's a little bit more pricey, but I think it's probably going to be well worth the money. Number 24. Gallery, this is not an Amazon product. Well, you can get it on their Amazon store, but Gallery has a big Black Friday sale, and it's lasting all the way through, I think, December 8th, if I'm not mistaken, on their airbrushes and various paints too, but the airbrushes are the special deal. I mean, some of those are up to 45% off. And if you use the link in the description and the code ModelBuildingKen, you get an extra 10% off of their advertised Black Friday price. So you can't beat that deal, folks. And then number 25. If you like 3D aftermarket parts, for the model builder in your family, you can buy aftermarket wheels, seats, engines, or whatever. Go to Model Maker's workshop, and I'll have a link in my description, and you get 10% off any of their products. But they're just nice general accessories to have. I mean, you can buy batteries and electric fans and radiators and just all kinds of little details to go along with your model building. Perfect for the model builder and your family. Well, that's my list of 25 must-haves for Christmas, and I hope it helps you out if you're trying to find ideas for the loved one in your life. I thank you for watching, and stay tuned. We'll be back with another video soon.